Hi. Hi. Hello, everybody. Sorry I haven't been around for a while. It's been a very interesting couple of months. Oh, Aria, did you hit your head? Aria hit her head. I believe I have a decent reason to have not posted for a while. I kind of blew up on TikTok, and I figure I should stimulate that audience as much as I could. Now it's gotten to a point where I feel like it's maturing, so I'm going to be back over here on YouTube doing longer form instruction, doing a more deep dive into certain topics of golf. A lot of my tip video ideas for YouTube will come from TikTok, because whatever goes viral on TikTok will likely find its way into a YouTube video, and that's what has happened today. But before we get started, guys, I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, me, Trunk Slammers Collective. Got these cool pocket tees here, Trunk Slammers Collective pocket tee with this design on the back, Breaking Bad inspired, most addictive game. This one's the original, the OG green tee. Got the original design on the back. Very cool shirt. Also got some cool divot tools. This Trunk Slammers Collective divot tool, I use it every day. Go check them out. Trunk Slammers Collective, the best golf merch in the game. I posted a video talking about my stock yardages, and that pissed a lot of people off. There was a lot of people who seemed to think that I was just trying to impress everybody with how far I can hit a golf ball. And that's not true. That's just my stock yardages. If you are one of those people and you're here so I can get on camera and dance for you, prove to you just how far I hit the ball so you can hop in the comments and tell me that I've jacked up the settings and I've manipulated everything to make my ball look like it's going farther, you can go fuck yourself, because that's not going to happen today. I'm going to get those TrackMan numbers, and then I'm going to go out on the golf course and figure out how far I hit when I'm actually trying to hit at a target. And I recently got a new set of irons that, paired with people seeming to think that I'm foolish, made me want to make a video describing just how I find my stock yardages, how I find the yardages that I use in golf tournaments. For instance, right here, this is Hard Scrabble Golf and Country Club in Fort Smith, Arkansas. And in the back here, you can see this. These are all the yardages that I use at that golf tournament. And these are all pretty similar to what I put in that one video. That's not the exact yardage that I get from TrackMan. And you can see, if you want to go back and watch this video, I'll link it right here. I get my stock yardages in this video for that state. I use a rangefinder. I hit at targets. I go in relation to where my ball mark is with the target. And that's how I get my yardages. So that's what we're going to go over today. I got a new set of irons. I'm not 100% sure of my yardages yet. I have to get my yardages anyway. Might as well get it on camera. I'm going to show you guys my stock yardages that I got from TrackMan, and then we're going to go to the golf course where I will really figure out how far I'm actually hitting my golf shots under playing conditions. Let's do it. Okay, so I like to find flat spots on the course and work off of that. And since I have this rangefinder, I've got this Pro XE rangefinder. It tells me how far shots are playing relative to, you know, slope, temperature, barometric pressure, time of year, all that kind of stuff. So I trust these yardages that it's playing. And right here it says 163. It's a flat spot. It's really uphill, so it's going to play a lot longer than what, you know, I think it's 154, but it's going to play a lot longer than that. So 163, I should be hitting this 9-iron about 2 yards long of this flag, and that's what I want to know. If I'm able to land this thing 2 yards long, I know my 165 yardage is about right. And if I can turn this thing down, what I'm going to do is hit one knockdown shot, see where it lands, hit one full shot, see where it lands, and then just hit one that I'm going to try to get to go 163 and get to go close. So there's a knockdown. That looks pretty good. That one might have gone long. We'll hit a full one here. This one's just a tad left of the pin. Yeah, that one's definitely long. So playing 163, this 9-iron might actually be more like 167. I think the knockdown might be around 163 with this. I'm gonna try to get one to go 163 here. Yeah, it looks like these are landing right around, those two knockdowns there landed right around 163. And then that full shot just flew the green. So I'm gonna do some step offs once we get up there to figure out just how far that full shot probably flew. And we'll start working off of that. It's looking like knockdown 163, full shot maybe around 170 for the 9-iron. We got 114 playing 118 here. A little bit of an uphill lie, so that's gonna make it play about 2 yards shorter. So 120. I'm gonna hit a 54 degree here and see what kind of yardage that gives me. Not a lot today, but we're getting a little bit of crosswind on this shot, so it shouldn't affect the distance too much. Yeah, and that one was long too. So 118, this club's probably around 122, 123. I believe that pin's kind of in the back. So it looks like 123 for the gap wedge. I'm gonna hit a couple more actually. See where that puts me. A couple more gap wedges here. This one I'm gonna hit a knockdown, see where this winds up. And this pin is tucked up against the back, so anything that goes along here, I'm not really gonna get a ton of data from, but whatever comes short, I'll know pretty much exactly. There's a tad of a knockdown. Looks like the wind's helping just a bit. Knockdown was perfect there. That went to about, looks like a foot from here. So knockdown 118, that sounds about perfect for this shot. Knockdown 54 degree, 118, that's good to know. Another pretty good shot there. That looks like it just kind of skipped past the hole. Didn't quite get the zip I was hoping for. Overall, a good shot. It's looking like knockdown gap wedge is 118-ish. Full swing gap wedge, I'm gonna guess we're dealing with probably like 123, 124. Pin is probably 5 steps off the back. Let's figure it out actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps off the back. I'm assuming, yeah, so probably 170 stock for that 9-iron. And both of those gap wedges, it looked like they landed in pretty good spots. Look at him. Dogs on the Golf Course 2021. Come on now. This is what it's all about. I love that. I absolutely love that. All right, this one's 141, playing a tad bit downwind. I should be able to land this thing pin high. If it's, I believe it's gonna be playing like 137. So if I land this thing pin high, I like 137, 138 for this number here. New dog. That was pretty much perfect.
Got her all figured out?
I think so. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Little recorder?
Yeah, I'm doing a video on how to get your stock yardages figured out. I do it on the golf course. I don't really use a TrackMan or anything for it. What's his name?
This is Prince.
Prince?
Don't knock it over, Prince.
Oh, hey, buddy.
He's a pup.
Hello.
He's just a big pup.
Oh, how old is he?
6 months old. Or soon to be 6 months too.
Prince.
Do you like the golf course so far? Prince, come here, buddy.
Yeah, we bring him out here and nobody's told me not to yet, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
You know he will.
He's not causing any
Prince,
problems.
come here.
What kind of dog is he?
Labradoodle.
A labradoodle. Labradoodle.
Oh,
Prince!
got his couple.
Oh no.
He dropped it.
Yeah, we just bring him out here and
Hey,
I send one of the girls off running and then he chases them.
Like that.
he is.
There we go.
Yeah, my girlfriend's getting a golden doodle here pretty soon.
Yep.
Come on, Prince.
That's the same dog.
Come here.
Poor cutie.
We gotta wear him
Come
out.
and get him.
All right, girls, get on. We got to get out of here.
I need you to get out of the way,
Prince.
Prince. Buddy.
Come on, Prince.
He's a little fat. That should be about perfect. Yeah.
Getting through the bowl pretty good, man.
Thank you. Yeah, there's the divot. So I know that's where it's landing. The other divot was just right there. So yeah, 138, I'd say. Those two are within about 10 inches of each other, so I like that yardage. Ah, that felt good. I really don't have yardages for my driver. I kind of know my 3-wood goes about 285, but I should say, I really have almost no idea. Driver and 3-wood are very much estimates. I can count on one hand how many times in tournaments in the last 2 years I've hit my 3-wood with a yardage in mind. It's always, let's get it out there as far as we can. And driver, I can't think of a time that I've hit it with yardage in mind. So those don't really matter to me. 2-iron, kind of. There are occasions that I want a 2-iron to go a certain distance. All the irons from 4 down are the ones I really care about. This one is playing 230. A little bit into, so I'm guessing this thing's playing right around 240. I'm gonna hit a 4-iron. I should hit this 4-iron on, if not a couple yards past the flag, playing 240. So we'll just see what my 4-iron yardage is looking like here. A little bit of a yank. That was a little heavy, but not bad. That landed about a yard short of the green, so we'll see where that is. And that was heavy, by the way. That wasn't exactly well struck. Wound up at about 4 feet, though. That's not terrible. Long irons are not very solid at the moment. There we go. That was well struck. Yeah, landed that a couple yards past it. So, like, it's obviously a calculation. The wind's not too hard right now, but it is into me. Playing 230 into the wind. I flew that probably a yard or two past. I'll check for sure when I get up there, but for now, for a full shot, I'm going to write down 241. My yardage for the 4-iron carry. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to drop and stop that 4-iron anywhere, so that'll be more of like a, you know, land on the front edge, get it to run out. Probably with full, depending on the conditions, I can get that thing right around 250, if I had to guess, but we'll see. I mean, that obviously all has to do with how firm is the course, what is the wind like, am I into the wind, am I downwind, how much spin am I able to get on it. All that stuff really does matter a lot. Like I said, these are all just reference points. These carry numbers are not perfect, and especially with the long irons, it can be tough to know. But as you saw in the last hole with the wedges, it can also be extremely precise. Like those two flying very, very similar distances, 138 with a wedge, because that's what it's built for. Long iron's just built for, you know, it has a little bit more forgiveness to it. It's not going to be the most consistent club, but it is going to be a little bit easier to hit. So you need to keep all that stuff in mind as you're getting your yardages, but all good info to have. All right, about 3.5 paces past the flag, that divot. So that thing flew 233 into about a 5 to 8 mile an hour wind. I like 240 for the 4-iron. About an 18-yard, 15-yard-ish gap between the 5 and the 4. I'm a fan of that. But that does mean that I should be looking for 210 out of my 6-iron. That is another thing, is I kind of start to fill in gaps. You know, if I hit 240 on the 4, 225 on the 5, I should expect to be 210 on the 6 and then 195 on the 7. That doesn't always happen though, so you have to check your work. But you know, it's like a Sudoku puzzle. When you get certain things filled out, you can start to fill in the rest of the pieces to the puzzle. I like to see a 15-yard gap. I'm not going to force it though. So if I hit my 6-iron and it only flies 206, I know not to push it too hard. But you know, typically if the clubs are fit right to you and your swing is consistent, you should be able to hit those 15-yard gaps depending on, you know, the changes in the length of the club, changes in the loft, the weighting of the clubs. If they're all consistent stepping, you should be able to fill in those spots. But again, check your work. 158 playing 166. The wind's starting to kick up just a tad, so this is gonna, I'm not exactly sure how accurate this one's gonna be. 166, I think we established I was about 170 with the 9-iron, about 170. I should hit this 9-iron, if smooth, about 4 yards past the flag, because this is pretty much a dead crosswind. If anything, it's just a tad of a hurt wind. So this should be right around 4 yards past the flag. Let's see how it goes. That one was pured. Yeah, and that one flew the green as well. So we'll see, but I believe 170 is about a money number for this club. I'm gonna hit a knockdown here. 163 should land about 3 yards short of the flag, kick up onto the green. A little bit of a knockdown, that's tracing the hole. Oh my goodness, this might be a hole-in-one. Oh! Just about. 163, knockdown 9 is a good, I like that shot. I'm glad to have that in the bag. So we got 170 with the 9-iron, that sounds about right. 163 has been confirmed to be the knockdown for the 9. So interesting development here. Knockdown landed pin high. So flew 166. That tells me that it's got to be at least 3 yards downwind. So guessing that that is playing a little shorter as well. So if that's 163, I take a couple steps here. That would mean I should have landed right here with the 9-iron. And I don't see any divots on the green, so I feel pretty confident in that. So 163 knockdown, 170 full with a 9. So I'm working through my numbers right now, and I know that 170 with a 9-iron is a good yardage. That is a number that I can play to. So I'm working 15 yards off of that to try to make everything else make sense. And what I'm finding is that my 4-iron should go 245 in order to make those gaps work. So right now I'm going to hit a few 4-irons from 250, pretty much a straight crosswind, so this should be playing about yardage. If I end up landing this a little bit short of the flag, then I'll know that I can actually play this to about 245. So this was hit pretty much perfect, right on the stick, just a little bit right of it. And that one is gonna, looked like it landed at about 245. We'll hit a couple more. That's pretty pure. Again, right on the flag. That one landed right about pin high. So I think, yeah, 245 is probably about right for that club. Took 15 steps forward here. Right now I got 236 to the flag. And I'm gonna hit my 5. This is pretty much a perfect spot to work on my distances. It's flat, relatively. It's relatively flat. Not a whole lot of elevation change. Not a ton of wind right here. And I can see where the balls are landing. So this is money for what I'm trying to do here today. 5-iron from 230, playing 230. We're gonna try and land this thing just a little bit short, see how it works out. That's pretty good. That one landed about pin high, and I feel the wind starting to shift just a tad, so it's helping a slight bit. So that thing flew 235, 236. I think without the wind, without the helping wind, 230 would have been about perfect there. So 230 might be the number with this 5. I'm gonna check that work here. Another pretty cast shot there. Hit that really well. Again, that one landed right about pin high. Scooted off the back of the green. Yep, I think 230 might actually be the number for that 5-iron. Interesting how I nailed down 9-iron as 170, and I was able to do stair steps up to 245 for the 4-iron and then work backwards from there. And so far it's turned out to be about perfect. I think I'm going to stay on this hole, take 15-yard increments, check every one of my clubs from this position. I'm going to do 6-iron from 215 next. Got 220 here. Playing 222, and I want to see if this 6-iron is going to be my 215 club. So I'm going to hit 3 shots here. What kind of yardages we're working with here? I mean, if this works, if 215 works, I might just skip everything else and do 15-yard increments for every shot, because my swing feels pretty solid right now. The clubs are good, they fit me. I think 15-yard increments might be about perfect. Shank! That's perfect. See where that ends up. And that one, that one flew. Okay, so yeah, I think 215 with a 6-iron is probably about right. I think you guys pretty much get the gist. What I'm trying to do here when I'm getting my yardages. I like to do it on the golf course. I like to hit at targets. I like to, you know, check my work for what yardages I get for TrackMan. You know, my swing is solid enough right now that luckily it seems to be like I just have perfect 15-yard increments, and that's a place I really like to be in. Which reminds me, golf game feels good right now. Really excited to get back out on tour, and I got an event next week in Keller, Texas at Sky Creek Ranch. Getting back out there on the Pros for Pros tour. So get excited, get hyped. Tour vlogs are coming back, baby. As always, if you guys like these videos, make sure to subscribe, drop a like for the algorithm, comment what you want to see next. I could use the engagement. If you think I'm full of shit, go ahead and comment. I will explain why the yardages are so far. It's because these are 200Ss. They are 2 degrees stronger than your average iron. Instead of a 4-iron, I'm hitting a 3.5. Also, I hit it pretty darn hard. My swing speed with a driver is right around 126, 127. Swing speed with a 2-iron is right like 118. It doesn't make me good. It doesn't make me consistent. what makes me consistent is hitting it the same distance every time. And that's what I'm doing this for. That's what this practice is for. And hopefully when I get back out on tour next week, we'll see some good results. All right, deuces, camera's about to die. This is perfect. Love you guys. Peace out. If you guys made it to the end of this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me out a ton. Also, if you want some personalized help with your game, I'm still giving online lessons. If you want to head over to calendly.com/benhaddongolf, check that out. See if there's some times available. I would love to work with you. I've been helping people out for a while. I feel like I've given a lot of people some good nuggets to work on. And really, if you have good instruction and you work hard, there's really no limit to how far you can take yourself in this game. So I can provide that good instruction. Go hit calendly.com/benhaddongolf. Link is in the description for that.